By origin, I'm German. So in Germany, we're very precise after the watch. And I had a time when appointment was at 1 o'clock, and at 3 to 1, I stand in front of the door and I wait until it is 1. This is completely lost now through my experience in India, because in India it is up to the moment. One of the only songs I did in German was about the watch, actually. That the master Hora, the master of the hour, has left he was tired of all these fixed appointments, and he couldn't handle it anymore, so the spirit of the watch, the master Hora, he left. So in the whole world, all the watches stopped working. Then one happens next. That's one of my songs in German. I see myself more now as a global, how you say this, a global citizen. Through integrating, I'm German. I studied music in India. I play the didgeridoo from Australia. I play the sansa from Africa. I live in North America, and all these elements of music is universal. It's a vibration. So I find myself in there, and I want to share this universality with the people. Sitar is my main instrument, but I play the sansa in every concert, also in classical Indian concerts. Very often I finish off with my sansa, with my coconut instrument, because I want to share this experience. With Ragleela I play also ektara and cymbals, and I sing. I play still guitar sometime. Anyway, I'm always singing. I cannot even stop it. I still do not find the off switch, and I don't want to find. I'm not looking for it either, because it's wonderful. I'm a global citizen and a baul. I chose music, or music chose me, to be my media of expression, and my name is Uwe Neumann. I first got into music when I heard a friend of mine who was living in the same house, in the same block. He was 12 and I was 11 years old. And he had learned classical guitar already for 3 years. And I thought I would like to be able to play like him. Then I asked him, can I go to your teacher? And he said, yeah, he only accepts if you know already some music, because it's a renowned teacher. I said, yeah, I learned a little bit of recorder before, maybe I know the notations. So maybe for a week or two, it nearly tormented me, but I said, no, even if it's too late, I want to learn guitar anyway. And then I went to his teacher and he accepted me. I kept 6 years classes with him, and he referred me further to one guitar choir, to the director of the Sing and Music School in my hometown, Albert Mages, who had like a group of 9 guitars, classical guitars, and I joined when I was 15, and that was through the reference of my private teacher, and I played with them until I was 20 years old. When I was 15, I started with electric guitar. I built my own electric guitar, even the pickup. I built it myself. I glued pieces together and cut it, and after an instruction book, and it worked. Even the pickup worked, but only on a few old radios. And we call each other. Oh yeah, that's a funny name. The first famous and world greatest Long Tall Sansu and the Vumil Revival Band. And that was with 15. Then I joined another band with the same guitarist later, Charlie Brown Group, rock and roll, 3-man band, guitar, bass and drums. After that I joined another group called Macbeth. I was then 18. That actually ended somehow my musical part in Germany, because I finished school and I felt I need to go and I need to travel. I didn't like it. I didn't feel very comfortable in Germany. Somehow it's very stressful, very fast. I didn't find musical inspiration there in my hometown, Nuremberg. I did not know exactly. I felt like getting entangled with all the pedals and the cables with the electric guitar, and I needed to get out of there. So I chose to travel. When I look at it now, I got into the classical music to have the foundation. Then I went into the rock to build up expressing myself. And I got to a limit where I thought, now what more, what other element to use? And a good teacher, I could not find a teacher in that. It didn't happen. So I thought, that's not the thing. I have to go to India. I did not know why though. I always felt attracted to India first time I heard about it, but I did not know why. I did not really think it would come into the music. I did not have any instrument with me. I used to travel as light as possible, small rucksack and a sleeping bag, and that's it. It was my strive to find myself though, not conscious at the time though, but I just wanted to be in the nature. And one of the first things which struck me also, I used to chew my fingernails. In Germany, my parents tried to put liquid on it and scolded me and everything, and I always used to chew my fingernails. The moment that I left from Germany and traveling, after 4 months I had nails like this. I didn't need to do it anymore. I felt just like much more free. Of course, I was completely free. I was just traveling. And that period of traveling was in total about 5 years. 2 years in Europe, then I went to India. I came across the sitar there, and this was a crucial moment in my life. I was walking in the evening on the street, and somebody from behind calls out, "Hey sir, would you like to have a free sitar lesson?" And I usually never react to them, to those hawkers which want to take you for something. But I turned and I said, "Yes." And then I followed him. My girlfriend said, "No, I'm not interested." She went back to the hotel. I went with him, and he brought me to a shop where they make the instruments. So there were many instruments hanging there. And he took one down, tuned it, played a little bit, and then put it in my hands. And this was the first time in my life that I heard the instrument live, that I saw this instrument at all. I only listened maybe 2-3 times before some Ravi Shankar on a cassette at a friend's place while we were talking. which was background. And so the moment when I had this instrument there, and with the guitar technique already, the feel for the strings, you can already play a little bit. And the same day, the same evening, when I left from the place after 1.5 hours, I went out with a sitar in a box and I bought it on the spot. That was the only time in my life I did something like this. And that moment changed my life.
He's very close to his music. He is almost music himself. Like he's always gonna make music, whatever he's doing, with whatever is around him.
Before there was music, there was nothing else, because music is the first thing. Everything is vibration. Modern physics finds it out today that nothing else in vibration exists. Any material is actually vibration when you go down to the point. It is quite clear that the different elements of expression or of experience of life through music, all the different elements are there. First, the basis is the pure thing. To experience the pure music is important. Like to learn music, it's important to have a good classical foundation and then go further in general to be able to express different elements, mixing and conflict. This speaks about life, and these are the important things, because our main thing is there to learn, to get further, to have a real experience through learning. So naturally we have to bring contradicting elements together and find a solution how to, out of this chaos, again see the beauty and create a harmony with it. One sentence which I find very good there is, the paradox is in the nucleus of life. If the paradox was not there, then there was no life. Because we live, our capacity of experience is positive and negative pole without judging negative or positive, just the two extremes. The further apart they are, the more lifespan is possible in between. If the two merge, it's flat, it's nothing happening. It's like a black hole. We are here to experience all these different currents and bring this experience into our soul. And that is what survives, which in the next life we will use again. We grow up with it, and that's what we live for. And like this we all grow.
His personality, the way he approached life and his soul, it's very much more Eastern than the Western society. It's a lot more true, a lot more passionate, a lot more spiritual. And him having lived in India for 10 years and studied there, I can see he soaked in some of the positivity of that area. I mean, I was in India 5 years ago, and I love that country. So when I was there, I've always tried to hold on to the spirituality of the country. And just meeting Uwe, he was another person that really appreciated life and like the harmony in life.
everybody can experience this music. Only one condition, that's a very personal condition, just to open and just to let it in. Not to reject it, but just to take oneself enough time to just let it influence. So when you hear a concert of Indian classical music, let it happen on you and you absorb it. And you might dream, you might get images, you might think of some situation, some childhood or whatever, or of nature. It just colors the mind. Okay, next part. People can travel very much through this music. In my concerts, so often the people come up to me and say that they traveled very far in their imagination or in their body. Often they mention also that they had a very strong feeling of an interior journey during a concert. So for sure you can travel a lot, and this is actually what I like to share also. Since 2000, I'm living in Montreal. After 10 years, more than 10 years in India, and we chose to come here because we had to complete a cycle. I grew up in the West. I learned the values there. Then I went to India and travel and come to India, learn the values in India, and the cycle had to be completed to now find out what are the values from India which are important for me personally, and filter out what is not, what is extra baggage, to find out really what is the thing, how I want to live. So now it's only 3 years, we have not completed yet. Once the cycle is completed, then we can choose if we want to live down there or somewhere else or here. So now I mainly want to share this music.
For me, each time I come here, it's like being in India. You sit down on cushions and yes, we talk a lot about India, and when you sing, there's always India there somehow. And I know that Uwe is very dedicated. It's his whole life. So I have the best teacher I could have over here in Canada. He's very soft. He's very nice, and you can see that it's not only something he does for a living, it's his whole life, really.
Teaching is always there. But my main thing is I want to express the music and the beauty of this music, the beauty and the purity, and bring my elements together. So therefore, for the last 12 years, I work on bringing these different elements together. The beauty of the harmony of Western music and the beauty of the melody of Indian music. So on this, how we can bring these two together, I'm working, and that is what I do with Ragleela, with my band, with my group Ragleela, which exists for more than 10 years. In India, I shared it with the Bowls to create this group Ragleela. We had many concerts, we had TV shows, and we have a website also, which is called www.ragleela.com. This is the name of our group, Ragleela, Ragleela, which means Leela is the cosmic dance of the ragas.